Here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
Well, it's been a while since we've had a significant statewide snowfall, but it's on the way for later tomorrow night into at least Thursday morning. A lot to cover. Let's get started first. Doppler radar, and again, locally, the air is cold and dry and no precipitation nearby. The moisture that we're tracking is still across the central and southern plains, Gulf Coast, and off the Carolina and Georgia coast this evening. And all of this moisture will be advancing north and east, which in itself does not make snow unless you have cold air in place, a source of cold air draining down. And we have that coming out of southeastern Canada this evening. So the moisture coming up north, the colder air draining down from Canada. The net result, this should be mostly in the form of snow. But for a short time during this storm along the coastline, some sleet may be mixing in, and that may limit the accumulations a little bit along the coastline. But by no means is the coastline not getting a lot of snow. You'll get enough to shovel and plow, but the amounts may be just a smidge lower right along the immediate shore. Threat tracker now through the daylight hours of Wednesday is green. Nothing really high impact. Morning commute is fine. Evening commute is fine. But once we get into later tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and into Thursday morning, heavier snow, anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow, difficult travel. And this heavy snow is going to be coupled with some strong wind gusts as well, especially along the coastline. So heavy snow and travel impacts, those are high. Gusty winds, and put that in the moderate category, gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour. So the combination of that and that may lead to this, the risk of some power outages later tomorrow night into Thursday morning. So I do expect the landscape when you wake up on Thursday morning to look like this. Significant snow, enough to bring out the snowblower, the plows, and the shovels, with temperatures cold early in the morning. We're doing fine now in Newport. Skies are partly cloudy and dry. Temperatures continue to tumble through the 20s and eventually into the teens during the overnight, but not a lot of moisture overhead, so no snow yet. But there's the system that we're tracking across the southeast. Let's take it now into the future. What will happen is this main storm center coming out of the Gulf of Mexico will sort of transfer its energy over to a secondary storm developing across the Carolinas tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. We call this a pressure jump. In other words, the low pressure from one area jumps to another, transfers its energy. This becomes the main storm center as it tracks north and east. Here we are at about 10 o'clock tomorrow night, the shield of snow in blue starting to overspread the area, and it won't take long to ramp up. Once we get towards 11 o'clock midnight tomorrow night, it may be snowing at the rate of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Offshore, some rain and sleet. That may mix with a little bit along the coastline, but not too much. Any slight deviation in the track will have big impacts as far as the amount of snow, but we feel fairly confident that a decent snowfall is on the way, a high impact snowfall. So here's the forecast overnight through tomorrow morning. Don't be surprised to see a little hazy sun, cold and dry, clouding up in the afternoon. 2 o'clock, dry, no snow. You're running some errands, you're traveling at, say, 6 o'clock in the evening, still dry. Then watch the shield of snow advance north and east by 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. A little bit of sleet, pink and green rain offshore may mix along the coastline for a short time. It may hold the snow totals down just a little bit, but still significant on the coastline, 6 to 8, and just inland on the low end, 8. On the high end, 12. Really, for most of our area, these numbers will be realized by later Thursday morning and by noontime on Thursday. Cold and dry tomorrow morning, a little filtered sun through increasing clouds. Temperatures only in the low to mid 20s and really never getting above freezing tomorrow afternoon, but staying dry. Highs in the upper 20s to low 30s. Here's the situation tomorrow night. Maybe a flurry in the evening, but the snow really ramps up starting around 10 p.m. and especially during the overnight and into early on Thursday morning. Difficult travel very early. Things start to improve as far as the intensity of the snow by Thursday afternoon. The whole thing is gone by Thursday evening and Thursday night. 7-day forecast shows better weather Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday, Mike and Shannon, with temperatures moderating on Sunday. But still looks like a significant snowfall on the way, and certainly big impacts on travel later tomorrow night through Thursday morning. And again, power outages possible too.
Yeah, get ready for it. All right, thanks, Tony.